You see this slide, it's a familiar slide, number of counties on the monitoring list for 3 days. What is not as familiar is that we are seeing a decline in the total number of counties on the monitoring list, picking up a little bit on the trend we saw last week from 42 counties down to 40 counties. Today, you see there are 35 counties on our monitoring list. The counties that came off the list include Calaveras, Mono, Napa County, Orange County, and Sierra County. Sierra and Calaveras, you may recall, just recently, I think it was on August 13th and August 15th, Calaveras and Sierra came on the list. Now they're off. You can see the dynamic nature, again, of these monitoring lists. I'll go back. You still see on these 35 lists some of the larger counties in the state of California, but encouraged by San Diego, encouraged by Orange County, encouraged that San Francisco has made some progress. We're going to update. Some more updates will be forthcoming on these slides as we present subsequent information to you over the course of the next few days. But again, progress being made across the spectrum on hospitalizations, ICUs, positivity rate, particularly over the 7-day period, and continuing vigilance in this very difficult period where we're battling this pandemic as we're battling these wildfires all up and down the state of California. Just briefly, I want to continue to remind you how deadly this disease is. And while we reported, Monday's reporting is always lower than it actually is because the reporting delays over the weekends, never as accurate as they could be. But 18 deaths, I said this last week, I said it the prior week. Look at the averages, 128 individuals over a 14-day period on average, 128 on average losing their lives to COVID-19. Don't be misled by that 18 number that came out today. And that's why it's absolutely essential for no other reason than to protect you from air quality, but to also protect you and others from the spread of this virus. This pandemic has not gone away. It may be out of the headlines in the state of California because the wildfires have moved into that current occupation of running the daily news feeds. But wearing a mask is foundational in terms of continuing to mitigate the spread of this disease, mitigating the damage to your health as well associated with this smoke. Encourage you to physically distance as always, wash your hands, and of course minimize the extent possible. Forgive the redundancy, the mixing we're seeing around the state.
Go back to the issue about the counties that have come off the watch list, because I mean there's several million Californians who live in the counties that have been removed from that watch list now, waiting for this guidance. You talked about it a little bit more, earlier, but I want to clarify something here. You said we don't know when the rules are coming out, or if you said this week, I'd like you to clarify that. But is this are you looking to craft something that's going to be individualized to the county, or is it a uniform process? I mean, one of those maybe is why it's taking so long. There's some real frustration out there. So I'm hoping you can address what people should expect here. If there's going to be a uniform process for these counties, or it's going to go case by case or county by county that you're crafting here.
Yeah, we're doing it this week. We made tremendous progress last week. We had some very constructive, more specific and prescriptive conversations this weekend, and that will be forthcoming. None of this delays this fundamental fact. There has to be a 14-day period between the application and implementation of not only schools, but reopening any sector of the economy. So there's no delay in that respect for these counties moving forward. But we are moving forward this week. You will see the fruits of those efforts. And I want to respect the process that we're engaged in with many of those individuals that may be reaching out to you and expressing a desire to see those things come to light. I think we're very pleased by the progress we made yesterday. More progress will be made in the next couple of days. We'll be getting that out there very publicly very shortly.